Hello and welcome to my channel, where I like to make short tutorials so that you can get back to your hobby faster. Today, I'd like to show you how to magnetize. I've got a Adeptus Mechanicus Iron Strider Rider here. As you can see, I've already magnetized one side. This is what more or less it's going to look like. So we're going to do this side. I'm going to show you how to do it quick. You'll need a pin vise, some drill bits, and some magnets. The drill bits are going to depend on the magnets you have. So broadly speaking, you need a tiny drill bit in order to make a initial hole. Then you'll need a drill bit that is slightly smaller than your magnets. Mine are 3 by 2 millimeter. Then you'll want a drill bit that is slightly larger than your magnets. I believe it's slightly over 3 millimeters. You'll see why. So let's get started. First, we're going to get our pin vise and our smallest bit. We're just going to screw that on, get it nice and secure. And then what we want to do is find the center of this whole arm area here. It's pretty easy given that the line is there. And then we're just going to we're not even really going to drill. We're just going to make a small indentation. And then that's it for the small bit. Now let's go to the bit that is slightly smaller than our magnet. So the purpose of this little hole here is so that our bigger drill has somewhere to go. I do not recommend freehanding this. It does not work well. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. A lot of times with these smaller infantry models, you will end up piercing the plastic to where there's a hole and you can see it inside, and that's actually what we want. So as you can see, it's coming along rather nice. Let's just keep going. Oh, see, here, gotta have the vise nice and tight, otherwise when the drill meets resistance, it's not gonna go through. So let's just clear that out. There we go. Perfect. Now let's move on to the last one. So the reason that we did the second largest bit is so again, our largest bit has something to hold on to, and that way we're not freehanding. The other thing is, the other reason why you want this to be slightly larger than your magnet is because we're going to be popping it in with super glue right here. And you'll see why that matters in a moment. So just going to, it will offer some resistance, but don't worry, just tear on through. Of course, you want to be, careful. But if you just trust the previous drills that you did, it'll be just fine. Perfect. Any excess, you can just easily snip off, no big deal. So now let's check and see if this is good for our magnets. Another important aspect of magnetization is getting the polarity correct, and I'll show you how to get it correct every time. So let's put the magnet here and let's see if the hole is big enough. Yep, looks perfect. You can use your drill bit for this part, and I highly recommend it. So let's go to the super glue now. We are just going to get we're trying to tag the opening. We don't really want to get inside. You see that? We don't, and we certainly don't want to get outside on the visible parts of the model. So let's, before we put it in, let's just check one more time that our polarity is going to be good. So this is the way we're putting it in, right? So this side, pardon me. This is the way that we're putting it in. So this magnetized side should repel. Yep, see? They repel. So now we're just going to slip the magnet in there. And this is why I use the drill bit, so you can hold it. And that's also why you want to use the super glue around the edges of the hole. And there we go. Now let's see how it works. I did this one earlier, the same exact process. The only thing to note is that because this is much less wide, you need to be careful of the drill bit breaking through. If you see a white spot, then that means it's about to break through. So let's test it. There we go. So our fine gentleman is now ready for battle. Or if we build the las cannon autocannon variant, then we can just boop, stick it on just like that. He's ready to go. And now we don't have to spend another $60. Thanks for watching.